last night, a little melee at the end of the first period. That was Toronto, and you were upset with how the linesman handled it. Is that it?
Yes, it sure is. You know that. Now listen, here's the story. How many times have I told you? Don't get guys in there. When two good guys want to go at it, let them go, and it'll be over with in 30 seconds. Watch what happens here. Domi and Marshall want to go, and look what happens. Guy jumps in. These linesmen, big guy, look at he jumps in. Now, why is he jumping in there like that? Two guys, like one guy could have got hurt there. Two guys in.
They're instructed to.
All right, so whoever's instructing them's wrong. Look at them wrestling around. If you had left them alone, it'd been over in 30 seconds. Now, what happens here? Now you have a big melee, whatever that means at the end. Gill gives him a push. Gill gets kicked out of the game because those guys, and he's still trying to interfere right now.
That's
the old days, Finn and D'Amico and those guys would let him go.
Yeah, but
and
they're
then it
told
would
to
be
do
over.
differently now.
Oh, straight and smart enough. You see what happens, Gary, when you do it? Don't let them, get them in there. Let them have 30 seconds. Domi Marshall will be in there.
And Dave Jackson says no problem for Gill. It was a continuation of the fight that began before the period ended.
Couple of slaps,
You're worried about that. This is all part of the...
I think he can hum a puck, and I really like him. And I like Clark the way he played last... Do I like Clark?
Tell us about Milbury. He phoned you. That's a funny story. I think
you want me to tell you that?
Yeah, Mike might like it, but...
I told him I wouldn't say anything. Anyhow, I talked to him the night before the trade. He says, what do you think and everything? And I said, well, Johansson. And then he says, his name's not Johansson, it's Johnson. I said, well...
Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson. I said, Johansson. By the end of the thing, he was calling him Johansson. Anyhow, he said, what do you think of the trade? I said, Clark and Schneider. I said, I wouldn't give up Schneider for Johansson. And he says, well, I have to do this. He's going to be making $1.6 million. Next year, you'll be making $2 million. Wendel will be making another $2 million. That's $4 million. I got to do it. And I said, well, when you think of it that way, maybe it'd be good if you go to Toronna. He says, you dirty rat, you're shilling to Toronna. You want him to go there. So anyhow, he did. And by the way, he loved Wendel. He said Wendel caused him no problems and everything. And I have to say this. Johansson is the only guy I know, when he was injured, he improved to Bobby Orr. I couldn't believe that one.
Well, he's a bright prospect. You can't deny that.
Look, all these young guys...
Wait, we're running right out of time.
Okay, Waite and Arnott and guys like that in Edmonton, when they get up there, they'll be gone. Anyhow, I knew they had to get Wendel after this hit by... Watch this here. Little clip. Go ahead, Eddie. We'll hurry it up. Go ahead.
Make it fast, because I got something a little surprise for you.
Okay. Put it through them. I knew he had to. Way to go, Wendel. What a hit, anyhow. I knew he had to come.
Well, it was a big night in Toronto last night. Did you watch the game in Toronto?
Oh, I was here. I had a couple of pops at a bar. I was watching the Dallas feed.
Well, you didn't get to see Global's telecast locally in Toronto. Jim Taddy's the host, who I think is brilliant in this segment.
Yeah, remember
with Jim Ralph, and this is how they analyzed the deal.
Wendel Clark, the heart and soul of the organization is back. I tell you, I had tears in my eyes watching him skate out there. The place went nuts. His first shot on goal in warm-up. And it's unbelievable to me that you can criticize this deal. Wendel Clark gives them a heart transplant, and I don't even think they need it with Kirk and Dougie.
And what about, do you think they gave up too much in this deal?
All right, Kenny Johansson, I never never had a problem with him, took the visor off and everything. But this guy, it's not Bobby Orr. It's not Bobby Orr they got rid of. I mean, let's be serious here. Good young kid and everything like that, but I tell you something, Wendel's back. And not only, I predict now, not only are they going to make it to the playoffs, they're going to go to at least the Final Four.
Taddy looked pretty good there.
Jim Taddy and Jim Ralph in Toronto last night. It's pretty funny.
Often imitated, but never duplicated.
Hey, we'll get over the hump if you get behind the cliff, according to Don Cherry in this lay of the land on Coach's Corner on Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.